Yo guys, how's it going? It's your boy Burkround88 coming at with the fantasy updates. That's right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about today, right now, at the time of the recording. But when you're watching this, it might be a game behind because the game's at noon, and I think this video is dropping at 1. So just remember that. But this is going to be a fantasy update of the current cards to right now of the teams that did play again, not the game today. But if you're wondering who to make today, before 5 p.m. because the fantasy cards go away at 5 p.m. today, I'm going to go over the current cards, give you their updates, and talk about them, just so you have an idea of what they're at currently and if you want to chase them. Let's get into it, guys. It's going to be a short video, but we're just going to dive straight into the fantasy cards. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Leave in the comment section down below who you are getting. So first, we're going to start with Mikko. Hopefully I didn't say that wrong. We're going to go to Mikko, who is the goal scorer in the Canada versus Latvia shootout. So there's that. But Mikko, if you didn't know, he is up to an 89 overall. It is crazy that they started this Latvian player so low. But then at the same time, I guess it's good that they did. Because if they didn't, he'd be into the 90s right now. I wish they didn't because he's going to be not in the tournament after the prelims. But I mean, hey, an 89 overall, probably going to leave that one there. But if you want it because you're a fan of Latvia or the player, he's not going to be a bad build at 89 overall. And then I'm going to say it how I want to. I'm not going to say it how everyone wants me to say it. I'm going to say it the way I want to say it. Edward Sale. This card is currently an 89 overall. Again, currently an 89 overall. If you wanted to get him, go ahead. It's up to you. 6'2" is not terrible. 97 agility is crazy good. But Edward Sale could be a good build. And he's an 89 overall. Hynolis. He started an 87 and he remains an 87. Hasn't gotten one yet. Will he get one? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But 90 speed, if you built him, he's all right. But if you didn't build him, I'm probably staying away from this one. Mugli. I got this card out of my B&D set. Yeah, I got this card out of my B&D set. So Mugli is an 88. Very usable. I mean, he's on my team as we speak. So, it's not terrible. He's not bad or anything. He's not great. He hasn't been upgraded, and he probably still will not be upgraded. So, unfortunately for me, Mugli will probably stay at 88, but hey, at least they started him high enough. And next on the list, another fantasy card that I have, and he's going to be fun to have. And right now, Dvorsky is 89. Haha, just kidding. 91 overall. He had a big game, so he's 91 overall, and, that's a huge card. For 15 collectibles, you cannot currently build 91s over. And next event, you might only be able to build 90s. It's at least a month before you get the option to build 91 overalls. So if you can get yourself one, he would actually be worth getting because he is a card and an overall that you won't be able to get for a while. Being 6'2", great option. I would encourage you to build this card if you were looking at who to get and you had some of the other cards that are going to be brought up in a bit. Dvorsky, 91 overall. And we got Terren. States are probably going to go far. He's currently an 89 overall, so he's got room and time to get better. They got a big game against Canada tonight. Is he going to get one to put him into the 90s? We're going to have to wait and see. I will be having a bonfire while I watch that game. If you want to hang out, have some fun, enjoy. Burkround88 on Twitch. I will be having a bonfire. I can't show the game, obviously, but we will be enjoying it and having some good times by the campfire. Terren, 89, maybe worth a build. And then we got Sump. Sump is an 88 right now, and he's still an 88. So, just so you know there, he did get 89 speed, 94 agility, 91 balance. Not a terrible card. 90 face-off. He's not a terrible card, but he is still, for the update, just an 88. And now, before we get into a biggie, we've got to hit Team Canada and Jagger. The biggest disappointment out of all of the fantasy cards released. Some have said they hope they should have chosen a different Canada player. All these Canadian players are good. Whoever they chose, they're all good. But the problem is because they're all good, the goal scoring gets spread around. So, unfortunately, Jagger's still an 86. He'll remain an 86, and I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come out of this tournament as an 86. Now remember, if he does come out of this tournament as an 86, feel free to turn him in to the 86 set to get rid of him and get yourself an 89 along the way, right? Don't hesitate to go do Gallery of the Greats and turn this 86 in if he doesn't move up to an 87 and recoup some of your value. If you got him, which I do, and I regret because he's been letting us down so far. But do you know who's not letting the boys down? Axel Sandin Palika, 93 overall with a ton of games still left to get. If you do not have this card, you need to get this card. It is going to be months before you can build yourself a 93 overall. Let me rephrase that. Months before you can get a 93 overall card, and you can still get this card today before 5 p.m. December 31st. I'm going to make sure I make that very clear, just in case somebody watches this in January, on January 1st or 2nd, and they want to go build this card. December 31st, 2024, 5 p.m., you can no longer build a 93 overall with the chances of still going up. I just want to make sure that's very clear, because this card is such a value right now that you need to do whatever you can to make sure it is on your team. Now, here are the timers on the sets, guys. You have 20 hours and 29 minutes at the time of this recording, right? So 5 o'clock tomorrow, or today when you're watching it, 5 p.m. Make sure, please, make sure you get Axel Sandin Palika. Now, you might be asking yourself why I have a check mark, but I don't have Axel Sandin Palika in my collection, and there's a good reason for that. The reason is, we had a little fun over on Twitch. We had a sub goal. We reached the sub goal. I quick sold him. Yeah. But, I regret it. I wish I didn't, but I did. Now I did, and it's done. So there's nothing we can do. But you can still make him, and you can still get him on your team, and this is a player you want to have on your team. Must make. Everything gets put on hold, and you get this player. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And hey, enjoy the rest of the World Juniors. I am going to go crack and watch the World Juniors outside by a bonfire. I hope to see you there. And if you are there, say hi. But hey, until next time, guys, ciao, ciao.